You only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands, meaning if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know we can't do a mind meld and really know exactly what he was thinking, but I didn't see an open receiver there. Maybe, possibly, he did that on purpose and just overthrew him.
Yeah, coverage was good, so maybe indeed that was another way to throw it away, if you will. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Off the play fake, Daniels. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Here's Daniels. Pulled in by Brown toward the sideline. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They hand this off to Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A good pickup there at 22.
But give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Again, it's Connor. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Here's Murray. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To the air goes Daniels. Complete to Zacchaeus. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Greg George deep for Arizona. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Murray going to throw. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw is Murray. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Prater's kick is good, and that lead is back down to 9 now. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. One final possession for the Commanders in this opening half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Being chased out left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Daniels looking to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Daniels. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision. From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
On third down, here's Harris. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we close out the first quarter of this season. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Cowboys who got the win on the road. Dak Prescott, 3 touchdown passes as his guys stay unbeaten on the year. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Kirk Cousins, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Baker Mayfield, sharp in the victory as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray headed back out onto the field. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And once again, the Commander defense stout against the run game. They drop him for his 2nd straight play. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. Murray a give. This is counter. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. To throw is Daniels. They'll get this out wide to Eckler. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Setting up the screen, Harris. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Daniels. That's swung out wide to Harris. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. But now he appears to be in some pain. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Daniels. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun on 3rd down. Daniels over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Daniels going to throw for it. He's got his target. That's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
the 2-yard line.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Back to throw again.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
They'll try to run with Harris. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And it's caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
He'll get that complete to Harrison. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave him with a third and just a yard. Murray now to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Here's another carry for Harris. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. And this offense on third down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Noah Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw, it's Murray. That is caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Cardinals, 1st down. 1st and 10.
Now Murray again. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Dorrance Armstrong able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Murray. Pass complete there to Harrison. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28. Murray going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harrison. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for their strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They run again with Harris. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by 15. A little under 1:50 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's Murray. can't get away, and he's taken down. A big play looming on third down. Murray now. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll indeed take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games, and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
So it's Washington getting the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Commanders, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.